Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Peter Barber here, professional singer and music producer, and I just did a reaction and full analysis of Mr.Gameron's 3D animation for Hold Them Down. Now, I do believe I did watch this when it came out 7 or 8 months ago. I have not done any re-listening of the music from Epic since then, so what this is really diving deep back into the music, finding more nuance and interesting things from Jorge's just incredible musical writing, and then geeking out about Mr.Gameron's fantastic animation for this. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoy. Sit back, relax, and I'll see you after.
Whoever can stream the old king's flow and shoot through 12 axes cleanly will be the new king. Sit down at the throne, Penelope as his queen. Where is he?
We have mostly unison here in these voices. We do get some nice harmonies come in towards the latter half of that. We also have a couple octaves different going on. We have very much a bass / baritone octave and a tenor octave happening. Yeah, this is gonna come back to me as we go through. So I haven't done any musical listening or analysis of Epic since I finished almost a year ago. I believe I did watch Gameron's video, this 3D animation, when it came out 7-8 months ago or so, but I really wanted to make another video for this and just dive back into the music and check out Gameron's animation. He's one of the canon visual artists for Melody of War, which is my concept album about Achilles and the Trojan War, so I want to show him support that way and dig into the brilliance of this song musically. It'll be fun to dive back into, and then of course geek out about Gameron's incredible 3D animation as well.
Whoever can stream the old king's flow and shoot through 12 axes cleanly will be the new king. Sit down at the throne, Penelope as his queen.
We also have a nice fleshed out string section behind these voices. Gives us kind of an old school, traditional, more kind of classical feel, right? Choir with orchestration underneath.
Sit down at the throne, Penelope as his queen. Where is he? Where is the man who can string this bow? Screw this competition.
This animation already is so cool, and Gameron has so many ways of keeping the animation varied. Sometimes it's the full 3D, puppet models. And sometimes it's more like this, where he does really cool stuff with shadows. He does other things where he has characters on pottery. It's really, really incredible. And some of this is tactics to not have to do the most complex version of his animation the whole time, but it also serves as a way to, break it up visually. So it's not just one medium, it's not just one visual representation the entire time, which actually makes it even more interesting, I think.
Will be the new king, sit down at the throne, Penelope as his queen. Where is he?
Light war drums.
Where is the man who can string this bow? Screw this competition, we've been here for hours. None of us can string this, we don't have the power. Screw this damn challenge, no more delays. Can't you guys see we're being played?
Aaron Alexander, just such an excellent singer, such a cool voice, such a perfect character for this villainous Antinous here. Screw this competition. It's so quiet and intense. Like this, you can tell this guy he's had enough. He's sick of this shit, basically. He's tired of waiting, yada, yada, yada. But he's not letting his energy explode yet. I think we do get that, if I remember correctly. We do get that in the song. But this first verse, we have these pulsing strings. Boom, boom, boom. And he's like, screw this competition. It's like really that quiet intensity.
Screw this competition. We've been here for hours. None of us can string this. We don't have the power. Screw this damn challenge. No more delays. Can't you guys see we're being played?
And this animation, right? We've seen so many amazing fan animations and phantomatics for Epic over the last few years, right? This one really is in a world of its own, because as far as I've seen, I think some more 3D stuff has been coming out, but I feel like Gameron did the first 3D and like proper 3D animation, and is still, and from what I've seen, by far the most fully constructed and fleshed out. And so we've gotten so much of the hand-drawn illustration where there's maybe a frame a second or a frame every few seconds, maybe a couple frames a second, to like pretty fluid animation here. And even more so, I believe, in the one he just did for Odysseus, the animation is even more fluid.
No more delays. Can't you guys see we're being played? This is how they hold us down while the throne gets colder. Hold us down while we slowly age. Hold us down while the boy gets bolder. Where in the hell is our pride and our rage?
I remember hearing his voice for the first time. It's just so perfect. And the delivery here, where he goes from almost like a whispered level of singing where it's super light, all the way into rage. Yeah, all the way up to that high F sharp there in like a big, gritty kind of rock belt land. We still get this kind of trading off duet between Antinous and the orchestra here. It's like holding down, boom, and then there's like a trade-off between these light pulses in the orchestra and then his singing.
It's how they hold us down while the throne gets colder. Hold us down.
Okay, just kidding. Here it's a little more fleshed out. So we go from pulses before to now we have actually fully sustained chords. Maybe with a slight attack at the beginning, but sustained chords throughout this, what we'll call chorus.
Hold us down while the throne gets colder. Hold us down while we slowly age.
While we slowly age. A lot of vocal fry there at the start of some of these phrases.
The throne gets colder. Hold us down while we slowly age. Hold us down while the
hold us. He goes from chest voice, beautifully flips up into head voice. Oh, hold us down and right.
Hold us down while we slowly age. Hold us down while the boy gets bolder. Where in the hell is our pride and our rage?
And right from the start of that last line, right on where the voice is already in there and attacking. I also love the way that Jay has written this, where it's solo from Antinous and then his crew or his cronies or whatever, people who are with him are like, hold us down. They're the ones saying the hold us down. He's the one kind of leading the lyrical progression, and they're echoing this, the title of the song.
It's bolder. Where in the hell is our pride and our rage? Here and now there's a chance for action. Here and now we can take control. Here and now burn it down to ashes. Channel the fire inside your soul.
All these all the way up to these high G's here in this rock, in this very much distorted, gritty rock belt, which is just so perfect for the character and the anger and the intensity of this moment.
We can take control. Here and now, burn it down to ashes. Channel the fire inside your soul.
It's just amazing. Like, you'd think this kind of puppet animation, I don't know what the actual name for it is. 3D animation. I don't actually know the name for the style of rigging or whatever that we're dealing with here. I'm learning more and more about it as we go on, but you would think this kind of rigging would be better suited for not so dark, sinister material. But here we have Gameron perfectly capturing the dark, sinister, evil, plotting, scheming vibe of this whole thing, and he did it perfectly in Odysseus as well, using this kind of animation. I think it's a testament to his skill and creativity. Like that's an evil looking dude right there.
So, haven't you noticed who's missing?
And all the amount of expression that Gameron can get in these faces too. And there's like, it's not like a human face where every like tiny piece can move, and like we humans we're the incredible pattern recognizers for faces. That's the thing we understand most, is what someone's face means, like what that means as far as how they're feeling or how they feel towards you. There's not nearly as much you can do with this kind of animation, because when you're animating like a 3D animation of like a human face, there's so many more like moving points, yet still all the expression that he's able to capture here.
So, haven't you noticed who's missing? Don't you know the prince is not?
See, even though we had a moment of like, you know, like skepticism, like anger, and then skepticism and despondence and fury. And there's like just so many different things. Even calm earlier in the song, there was like kind of calm before the storm.
Haven't you noticed who's missing? Don't you know the prince is not around? I heard he's on a diplomatic mission, and I heard today he comes back to town. So
we have this very consistent, it's not heavy drums, right? It's not heavy drums like we get in Odysseus. It's still these war drums, but it's much, much, much lighter than what we get. I believe, isn't Odysseus the song right after this? If not, maybe within a couple songs. I think it's the song right after this. But it's kind of like a precursor, like we're like warming up kind of musically to Odysseus. So yeah, just like light war drums in the background. It's all very stripped down. I mean, there's not a whole lot happening musically. The focus really is on Antinous and the voice and the storytelling here.
Mission, and I heard today
some light epic choir. Epic choir is just the style of choir sampling being used. These voices in the background. Big ensemble, but it's not shouty. It's just creating a sort of atmosphere.
On a diplomatic mission, and I heard today he comes back to town. So I say we gather near the beaches. I say we wait till he arrives. Then when he docks his ship, we can breach it. Let us leave now. Today we can strike it.
It's all pretty hushed. Strike till that high F sharp again. But it's all scheming. It's all quiet, scheming, plotting, right? It's not big in your face yet. And I don't remember this song ever getting there. I think Jay really saves that for Odysseus. This is like much more sinister, right? And then Odysseus comes in and it's much more vengeful.
Say we wait till he arrives. Then when he docks his ship, we can breach it. Let us leave now. Today we can strike it. Hold him down till the boy stops shaking. Hold him down while I slit his throat.
See, now we have pulses here, right? A big instrumental pulse, and then voices, instrumental pulse, voices.
Till the boy stops shaking. Hold him down while I slit his throat. Hold him down while I slowly break his pride, his trust, his faith, and his bones.
And Antinous still here with a very, very light vocal approach. There's a lot of head voice falsetto going on. Then right when we got to that last line is when the intensity opens up.
Hold him down while I slit his throat. Hold him down while I slowly break his pride, his trust, his faith, and his bones. Cut him down into tiny pieces. Cut him down in the great below.
God.
When the crown wonders where the prince is, only the ocean and I will know. And
yeah, absolute savage, cutting him into pieces, which is like the ultimate disrespect among being just horrific in general. More like, I love the switching back and forth between these two animation styles. When he's talking about what he's going to do, it's in this blue-hued, different animation style. And then when it's actually him, we see Antinous talking. It's back to the kind of 3D, what's happening for most of the video, that like we're in the moment kind of animation.
running down into tiny pieces, floating down in the great below. When the crown wonders where the prince is, only the ocean and I will know. And when the
thumbnail. The thumbnail?
And I will know that
I think it is.
when the deed is done, the queen will have no one to stop us from breaking her bedroom door, stop us from taking her love and more.
Yeah, then it gets even worse. Somehow worse than chopping someone up and throwing them in the ocean once he starts talking about Penelope. It's up on this G, F sharp. Sort of like a bridge here. It doesn't sound like a standard structure for a song, but it kind of is. We have like a little intro. Then we have, basically verse, chorus. And we have kind of a bridge and then final chorus. The sound and the texture of it is not standard, but the actual structure of the song is relatively standard. Chord progressions as well.
The queen will have no one to stop us from breaking her bedroom door.
A little more movement in the drums.
Taking her love and more.
Evil.
We'll hold her down while the gate is open. Hold her down while I get a taste. Hold her down while we share her spoils. I will not let any part go to waste.
Yeah, I remember hearing this for the first time. It's absolutely brutal. Nasty. But this is, you got to admire, and I admire so much that Jay was willing to take the storytelling this dark, because it makes it so much more real. He's not trying to hide or sugarcoat what these guys would have done had they gotten the opportunity. And then the animation, super creepy and dark from Gameron here. Like this like negative kind of version. And then like the close-ups of his mouth. Awful. Fantastic, but awful. Terrible, but great. Harry Potter, anyone? No?
We'll hold her down while the gate is open. Hold her down while I get a taste.
Ugh.
Hold her down while we share her spoils. I will not.
This incredible solo violin that comes in, really high descending pattern.
Hold her down while we share her spoils. I will not let any part go to waste. Here and now there's a chance for.
Yes, here it is, the pottery.
We can take control. Channel the fire inside your soul and
draw. Lots of high G's, all in this crazy distorted rock singing.
now we can take control.
Nice kind of bluesy riff down.
Take control. Channel the fire inside your soul and hold it down. Hold it down. Hold it down. Hold it down.
Tenor high B, proper, way up in that truly yelly quality. Not just, Aaron's not just staying connected in chest voice, but he's really, like, the voice is really coming apart up there. It's really intense. It really makes it makes the yell, it makes it so real, again, so real.
Hold him down. Channel the fire inside your soul.
In the neck, dude. Great stuff. Great writing from Jay. This song, and then followed by Odysseus, is really an outstanding back-to-back number here. I think Odysseus might be the best song in the show. Not for listening reasons, not for like pleasure listening, but for, I talked about this in the other video I did, as far as the drama and the intensity and the storytelling and the overall epicness of it, Odysseus is crazy good. Anyway, guys, this was fun. Big shout out to Mr.Gameron, who, again, is a canon visual artist on Melody of War. He will be doing one full song, very much like this animation style, in each act of Melody of War, so 3 songs total. Very, very excited to have him on the team. Can't wait to see Achilles in action in 3D. I've seen some animation tests that he's done of Achilles fighting, and it's like, whew, it is peak, absolute peak. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm really enjoying going back through Epic. If you guys want to see me do other stuff, or watch new animatics that have come out and then like dig back into the music, it's really fun. Jay really wrote something incredible, truly incredible with Epic, so I'm happy to dive back into the music because there's always more things to find and pick out and more things to talk about. So let me know what you want to see, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.